Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, Watercolor Painting in the Afternoon. I'm Beth. Today I thought I would paint a fall scene. I wanted to paint, I don't know what kind of tree they are really, just sort of generic trees, I guess, maybe aspen or something like that. And I wanted to paint them in some beautiful fall colors, which include, I think, some greens and then reds and even maybe even purpley colors and these warm reddish browns. I really love those colors. But I'm going to start this by painting the sky. And I want to paint the sky a grayish blue. So I'm going for my indigo, which had some brown sitting kind of next to it, and it made this lovely gray. So I'm going to be between this lovely gray and kind of the indigo blue in this background. And it's just a very watery, thin color. I think, just water it down a little bit. This was wet on dry, which simply means I'm putting wet paint on dry paper. And you can wet your paper down first if you'd rather. I wanted mine to be just slightly streaky, to have a little bit of interest in the sky. I thought that might be nice. And then I'm going to just let that dry naturally. Now that it's dried, I'm going to put some foreground in, and that foreground is actually going to not be the main foreground, but it is a part of the foreground. So it's just going to have some colors in it, the same kind of colors that I plan on using for the trees. And here that goes. And I did wet it down first so it would blend and meld and just kind of make a pretty blurred background. And now that that has dried, I'm going to start putting the tree trunks in and the fall foliage. And I'm not going to talk too much while this is going on. You can kind of see what I'm doing. This is a combination of Payne's Gray and burnt sienna that I'm using for the tree trunks. I don't want them to be black or just brown. I wanted them to be sort of a color that might seem that some of it was in the sun and some of it was in the shadow, and I didn't want it just all to be one tone. So the tree trunks and then some foliage. And the foliage, you're just tapping your brush. It's just little tap, tap, tap. And doing it in kind of, willy-nilly a little bit with the lines. You're going all over the place. Because if you look at a tree, you do see branches protruding from that trunk, but they're not necessarily all in one direction, and some of them are going to be coming out at you and some of them behind you. So you want to do some sort of random taps to make that tree stand out and look like a tree. So we skipped a little bit because it's really me just tapping these trees in. But I wanted to speak here for just a second because the color is so unusual that I'm using. This is sort of a teal, if you want to look at it that way, a phthalo green. And I know that that color is not one that you often see in nature, although it does appear. But this is not really this painting is not about reality so much as it is about the colors of fall, and I wanted to include all of these different colors, even if they're not completely natural. So in my way of thinking, art is not always, excuse me, art is not always about representing everything perfectly. It's about a vision that you have of how things look and the colors that stay with you in your mind when you look at nature and the things that please you as you're working on the page. It's about what makes what you want to say come to life. So I just wanted to say that as I'm going along, not all of the colors are quote unquote natural. So please have fun with your colors and enjoy putting all of these different things, all of these different colors down, and enjoy the process of how it turns out. Here I was just trying to make the trunks a little bit darker. A couple of them were almost not visible once they got dry, so went back and made them a little bit darker. And you can do that too. You'll see at one point I have gone back and I've made some of those oranges all the way to the left of the painting a little bit darker. So you can put layers of value on your trees as you're going along. Let them dry and then go back and layer on a little bit darker value, because no tree is just all one value. Obviously, it would be a very flat world if it were like that. So you want to put those other values on there. And I think people sometimes don't put dark enough values on their paintings, and I'm still learning to do that. It's scary to put really dark paint over something that you think you did a good job on, but it's really going to add a lot of depth. So get used to being courageous and going back in there and deepening those colors. And for this last little bit of the painting, I decided to put a tree out front to bring it out to the foreground. Just wanting to give the painting more of a sense of depth, so that you put something in the foreground and you put something in the background, and then you have your eye, kind of follows that depth perception all the way down. And on this tree, I'm just going to do several different colors that make me happy. That sort of phthalo green, and then some yellow ochre, and then some more traditional green. And these are the colors that just kind of made me happy here at the end of the painting. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed and will paint your own autumn forest. Have a great day.